Hi everyone. Today we are solving a problem called sort colors. What this problem states. Let's look on to its statement. Given an array nums with n objects colored red, white and blue, sort them in place so that objects of same color are adjacent with the colors in order red, white and blue. We'll use the integer 0, 1 and 2 to represent the color red, white and blue respectively. You must solve this problem without using the library sort function. As they had specifically mentioned, we should not solve using library sort function. Okay. The example is 202.110, which is 00112 is the answer. So what what this problem states? This problem states is they had given an array, unsorted array. We have to sort, but the array contains only three integers, only three elements. It may be as many of them, but only three elements should be present in that array. So, what may be the brute force? So, let us look on the brute force approach. Okay, brute. What may be the brute force? So, we can, yeah, we can sort using any of the sorting algorithms. Like bubble sort, selection sort, like that. Then, what would be the time complexity and the space complexity here? As the space complexity, there will be no space included here, thus the space complexity will be constant, that is O of 1. And what would be the time complexity? For famous algorithms like bubble sort, selection sort, all those time complexity would be O of n square, O of n square into n, where n is the size of the array, n into n. Okay, now this would be the brute force approach. And there is a better approach. Better approach is is using sorting function, but advanced sorting function. Like advanced sorting function, those are merge sort and quick sort. Merge sort and quick sort is better than bubble sort and selection sort because it runs in a quicker time. That is of n log n time complexity it has. So we prefer merge sort and quick sort than bubble sort. Yeah, this would be the better approach. Let's see about optimal one. That is optimal approach. So optimal approach would be, yeah, this approach is also called as Dutch national flag algorithm. Where basically what we do is, see for example, let me show you. Wait a minute. Okay. Let us suppose mm, it has elements like, let us take the first example, 202110. 202110. This is the example which is given. So what is the approach is, we will maintain pointers so that we will maintain a pointer for certain elements, like for 0 we will maintain a pointer, for 1 we will maintain a pointer, and for 2 we will maintain a pointer. And let us suppose we will assign a low pointer in the first index, low, and also mid in the first index. And we assign high high pointer at the end of the array. What is the approach is, we will run a while loop and we will check whether the element is 0, whether the element at mid. We will run a loop while mid is not equal to high. Okay, we'll run a loop and we'll check whether the mid element is 0 or 1. Yeah, this element, either it is 0, 1, or 2. In this case, if it is 2, then we will do what we will do is, we will swap this element at the mid index with the high index. That is, we will swap 2 and 0. What it becomes is, and yeah, we will swap, after swapping 2 with 0, we will decrement the high pointer. We will decrement the high pointer by -1. So let us see what happens right there. It becomes 0 and it becomes 2. It is 0, it is 2. Now the high pointer is decremented. Okay, it would be here. And the mid, there is nothing happening at the mid index. And then another same thing happens right there. Same thing, in the loop it repeats once again, where, okay, mid, and we will check whether the mid element is 0, 1, or 2. If it is 0, we'll increment both low and mid, or we'll swap low with mid. That doesn't make sense, as both index are pointing at the same index. That doesn't make sense, so we'll increment the midpoint. Mid would be here. And now we will check whether it is 0 or 1. If it is 0, then we'll swap with the low index, where low, we'll increment both low and mid, right? Swap it at the low index. As both pointers are pointing at the same index, then there is nothing to do. We will increment both the pointers. Now mid would be here, same, low would be here. Now it will check whether the element at the mid is 0, 1, or 2. If it is 2, then what we have to do is swap it with, what we have to do is swap it, swap the mid index with the high index. High index is right here. So what we'll do, there is nothing. We'll swap it with 1, and this goes 2. And decrement mid, high. Sorry, we'll decrement high. Now we'll check whether the element at mid is 1, 0, 1, or 2. If it is 1, what we have to do is increment the midpoint. As we know, high is right here and mid is also here, where low is at the index, this index. Now we will check whether the element is 0, 1, or 2. If it is 1, there is nothing to do. Mid goes here. As now we can see, the high pointer is here. The high pointer is here. High is here, whereas mid is here. It violates the while loop case, where mid is less than or equal to high. So it comes out of the loop, and that would be the solution of the problem. So let us code it out. We will make a function. We will make a function sort, so that swap, so that it would swap and give it for me. Public swap, public void swap. It would take, what would it take? Int nums. Yeah, we will write it later. Let's see about that maintaining low, mid, and high pointers. Int low is equal to 0. Similarly, we have to maintain mid pointer at 0 index, and also high int high pointer at nums dot length minus 1. Now, what we have to do is run a loop while mid less than or equal to high. Run a loop and check whether if that given nums is the array, right? Nums of mid is equal to 0. If it is 0, what we have to do? Swap. Have to call a function swap. You have to pass nums, low pointer, and a mid pointer, right? And increment the mid pointer, also incrementing low pointer. So here, let's write the swap function here. We have to pass nums array and index. Let us suppose if it is 1, a, and let the mid index be b. As we all know, swapping, we have to maintain a temporary variable int temp is equal to, let us suppose, nums of a, and nums of a would be nums of b. Nums of b would be should be the swapping. It would swap it and give it for me. Now, as we increment the low and mid pointer, there is nothing to do. Now we'll check if it is 1, nums of mid is it equal to 1? We'll check. What we have to do is, if it is 1, then we have to increment the mid pointer. There is nothing to do right here. As we seen here, if it is 1, we will increment the mid pointer. If it is 1, we will just increment the mid pointer without swapping it. So that is what we are doing specifically here. And now, either if it is 0 or it is 1, if not the both case, then it should be 2, right? We will swap it with pass nums and mid. Swap mid with the high pointer. After swapping, we will decrement high. This is what we are doing right here. After swapping high, we'll decrement. Without incrementing a mid, we'll decrement the high pointer. Yeah, that sums up the problem. Let us submit. I hope कोई error ना आ जाए. Submit. Yeah, done. This is how you have to do this problem. That's national flag off, which is 0 milliseconds, which is faster than 100%. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. Do subscribe to my channel.